Hello, welcome to Triton College Fifth Avenue Journal's second live stream Canvas conversation. Before I introduce our guest today, I'd first like to thank our viewers. Whether you'll join us live today or watch on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel later on. There's a couple of ways you can connect with us. First, you can connect with our March-April edition of the Fifth Avenue Journal. So visit the bit.ly you see on the screen to read March-April's 5AJ, featuring stories of all things Triton and new fiction works by two guest authors. Wow, what a year it's been for all the Triton sports teams during the COVID-19 pandemic, which changed when and how student athletes can play. Despite all these changes, women's volleyball is having an outstanding season. While preparing for postseason play, head coach Thomas Malesky and assistant coach Rose Gronko join us today. Hi, Coach Gronko.
Hello.
Hi, Coach Malesky.
How come she goes first?
She was the first in line that I saw. As I clicked. But you're the first. I know you're head coach for the women's volleyball team, and you're assistant coach. You're both having an amazing season, an outstanding season. So thank you again so much for being part of Canvas Conversations. What would you like viewers to know about the postseason? Because I think you're having your seed meeting later today as well, right?
Yes, we are at 2 o'clock today. And I'm having a tough time with these Zoom things. So you asked, what was your question, please?
What would you like readers to know about your postseason as you prepare for postseason play?
Well, postseason is a little bit awkward since we don't know who we're going to play. We are looking forward to getting a bye because we should be 1 or 2, I believe, in the region. I believe we should be number 1 in our region, but we have to see what happens. We have a pretty much of a dead heat for at 6-4 in the region, but we have certainly a better head overall record. We're 10-4 in the region. The other team is like 9-12. Good team. They're good teams. But I think we should be seeded 1. So, there's 11 other teams. I'm not real sure who we're going to be seeded against to prepare. We'll know that today. Until we're going to come back on Monday, we should be more focused on our opponents. If it's and there's videos available for us to look at, for me to look at, so we can prepare a plan for them to play. Does that make any kind of sense to you?
Absolutely. Assistant Coach Gronko, is there anything you wanted to add?
Well, I think one thing to talk about is just keeping the girls excited and ready to play against anyone. They're a good team. They just have to stay focused, and I think we'll do well. I think they're excited. And I know we are. This is a great team.
Yeah.
And today on our second live stream campus conversation, we're actually introducing more of the team. We're joined today by 3 of the student athletes who made the season so special. Freshmen Bailey Berger and Allison Keys and sophomore Leah Recchi are also joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us today on Canvas Conversations. Bailey and Allison are both outside hitters who come to Triton campus from Kenosha, Wisconsin and Columbia, Missouri, respectively. Outside of practice, what are some of your favorite things to do in Chicagoland?
We like to go downtown a lot because we're so close. We're about 30 minutes. And we're always doing outside stuff with like our team. Like in the summer, we played beach volleyball together. So we do a lot of stuff like with our team outside of practice and games.
Yeah.
That's cool to know that you're able to keep up some of these traditions and still bond as a team, even with all the changes going on with COVID-19 precautions. It's great, and Chicago is like a world-class city. So thank you for choosing Triton. Did you want to say anything about how you chose Triton?
I chose it because it's an hour away from my house. And it was like the best option for me because I could still play volleyball and I can get my associate's degree for business. So that's why I chose Triton.
Yeah, I chose Triton because Coach reached out to me, and I'd kind of been looking to go out of state and actually near Chicago, so it was kind of like a win-win. And yeah, the school seemed really nice, and that's kind of why I chose to go here and to play volleyball still.
Mm-hmm. And then Leah is a setter from Riverside, so she's from Triton College's district. So in your second season with the Triton College Trojans, what moments stand out to you?
Well, it's definitely been different than it's definitely been different than last year. I know last year we did a lot of like team bonding outside of practice as well. Like we went bowling and mini golfing. But this year we've kind of had to keep everything in the gym and really get to know each other there. So, well, we've been practicing even in the fall season, although our season moved to spring. So we've been doing that. But yeah, it's been awesome to get to know everyone. And yeah. Oh, Coach is back.
Yeah.
We see
It just comes and goes.
You know, happens.
All right. So did you ask me a question I wasn't here for? If you're
I think
talking,
you might
I
be
don't hear you.
muted. Yeah, I think it might be muted.
Yeah, I can't hear you either.
I'm muted. I don't mute.
Not you, Coach.
I'm off mute. Yeah, we were
There
just
we go.
going through some of the players' favorite memories and what really stands out both on and off the court. And Triton is having one of its best seasons in terms of wins, with a 10-4 record as we go live, even while they're adjusting to COVID-19 precautions. So this is kind of a question for anyone, but what are some of the factors that are really coming together to create this great, outstanding winning season?
Well, I think we just have a great like group of girls on the team. We all work really well together, and it's been just great to play with each other. We all have been able to adjust to each other's strengths and weaknesses and stuff. So yeah, I think that's been a huge part of it.
From my perspective, what I see are kids that care about each other, and they all want to play, but they don't care who's on the court. They're just a team that's supportive of anyone that's out there. You know, the bench is as excited as the kids on the court. So that's been a real positive. I think you're muted again.
And Coach is back. Coach Malesky is back too. Is there anything you wanted to say about what's really coming together this year to create a winning season? I know in addition to some exciting wins on the road, Triton's also undefeated at home. What's it like, or what makes home games special even while fans can't watch you in the R building gym?
I think it's just because like we're so comfortable like at our gym and we don't have to worry about long bus rides or like anything else, and like we can just kind of just go to our gym and like focus better, I guess. But like on the bus rides, like a lot of them are like 1 to 2 hours away, so it's a lot of time in the van, but we still have time like bonding on the van. It's just like I feel like the long bus rides kind of take a toll on our playing.
Yeah, I agree. And I think at home, we like recognize it as like a routine, so we're more, like Bailey said, comfortable and relaxed
Mhm.
and able to just focus and play.
Yeah, I know there's a lot that goes on probably during practices, just preparing for those games.
I have no idea.
You kind of swing through. What do you do during practices? What happens during practices to make those wins possible?
We scrimmage each other a lot, and I think that helps us kind of get in like the game mentality because it's competitive and we get to scrimmage, so it's more game like. So that helps us prepare for games because it's obviously competitive than practice. And we also work a lot on defense drills, so that helps a lot too.
I agree. Yeah, in the beginning we definitely worked more on basics, but now that we've progressed more into the season, we've been doing a lot more scrimmaging. I think that's helped our gameplay a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I know it's been an exciting season all the way through, but it seems like especially the first and now the last part of the season, there's really like a string of wins. And maybe the middle part of the season was a little tougher. What were some of the things that maybe made it a little tougher? But how did your team work together to kind of adapt and overcome some of those challenges?
Yeah, you can go, Allison. No, you go for it.
Okay. I think we played some harder teams in the middle, and we also changed up our rotation a little bit when Bailey was hurt and stuff. But I think everyone was really like open to playing other positions and making it work, and there's like no complaining or anything, and we just tried our best to get it done.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
good team. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, you can go. Well, I think everyone just did great adjusting. That's all I was going to say.
Right. And she's right, because we did have to shift kids around to new positions, and that's an adjustment when you've been playing 6 games together one way and then you suddenly change it. It's different. They're all volleyball players, but it's still an adjustment.
Am I back?
Yep.
Oh, I am. I'm using my iPhone now, so we'll give this a shot.
Wonderful.
Did you have anything to add about how the team adjusted in the middle part of the season? To some of those tougher teams, or like just having to change positions as players recovered from injury?
Yeah,
and
no
playing
matter
those
what no matter what they say about change positions or even rotation locations on the court, it's still an adjustment, and the adjustment is not that easy to handle. We've got some very talented players, and they're sitting right in front of you. Three of them are sitting right in front of you. So it was good to see, but it did take them a little bit of time. As much as they think they can make that adjustment, it's awkward. It is awkward, and to adjust against some good teams, and that's who we wanted to play in. That makes it more difficult. But they did a nice job. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, getting into the postseason is definitely like one of those like exciting moments. And during the regular season, and as you go into playoffs, everyone on the team has the skills to win. So your team, first of all, leads its opponents in assists and digs, both overall and per set. And then Allison, you lead the team in kills and service aces. Bailey, you lead in digs, and Leah, you lead in assists. How do these different skills, both offensively and defensively, kind of connect and help you win, whether you're at home or away, and against teams that have different strengths and weaknesses?
Am I answer? Did you ask me a question?
Nope. The girls.
No. Okay.
Like anyone kind of, coaches and both players alike, anyone can kind of jump in at any time and answer the question about kind of how those offensive and defensive skills together connect to your wins and help you stay strong on the court.
I think each of them really work
Did you
together.
ask-
So you need
you
like
ask me a question? Are you talking? Someone talking to me? Otherwise, I'll be quiet.
no.
Okay, then I'll be quiet.
Okay. All the skills work together. So you need a good pass to be able to have a good set, and then you need a good set to have a kill. So I think everyone on the court needs to be prepared for all of those. And I think in practices, we all do a good job of covering everything. So yeah, I think that's part of how it helps us out.
Yeah, it's definitely a team sport. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
we could do it without each other, without all the skills.
Was there any other questions or any other things that you wanted to let viewers know? Just in general, or kind of looking to your postseason play?
I just have one thing to say. I think overall, again, we keep saying what a great season we've had, and we have. But I think, in spite of COVID and all the problems that it's brought to us, I think we can look at it as some of the positives, and just the ability to play during our fall, like practice during our fall season. That was awesome. The girls got to know each other very well. We weren't, pressured to win. We were just playing together and practicing together, fighting together. So that was a positive. In spite of all the things COVID brought to us, that was one thing that was to our advantage. We had a whole season of practice. So there is a positive.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I know we got a little bit getting everyone in and out of the stream, but overall, I think things went really well. If you'd like, you can even join us again for another stream after your postseason. And probably by then we'll even have things figured out again, like how to get coaching and out of the streams and how to get us all in and out. We can even show video of some of your postseason games. So some of those games that are on the Triton website. Is there anything else you wanted to leave our viewers with today?
Nope, we just appreciate the fact that you recognized our team.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll reach out to each of you by email so that anyone who wasn't able to see our stream can look in the April-May edition of Trends with them. And then I'm going to conclude kind of the stream in the next few minutes, but thank you again, everyone, for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I'm saying thank you or something. Okay, bye. Thank you so much.
Okay, so if you wanted to connect with 5AJ, either with a story idea or to be part of a stream, just visit the email you see on the bottom of your screen, rachelhendry@triton.edu, to connect with 5AJ. You can see us anytime on our YouTube channel. And again, if you haven't been able to check out our March-April edition, visit us at the bit.ly you see, bit.ly/5AJ, March-April 2021. Thank you so much for being part of our stream. Thank you to 2 viewers that were watching live. And we look forward to more live streams in the future. Bye.